Football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play. Now it's Wilson. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. And Graham on the grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down. Off play action, Tannehill. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman will have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Tannehill on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Now into a sea of defenders, unintercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Past the 20. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Richie James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down inside the 10 at the 9. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. James has got it. Complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Henry again on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Yeah, this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards, and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Penny, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah, that's
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Richie James, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Excellent pick there by Buda Baker. I remember when teams were preparing for him primarily as one of the better special teamers in the league. An all-pro as a rookie in that spot. He's grown into being one of the best safeties in the NFL. In 2020, named all-pro again, this time as a member of the secondary.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense got...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down, down.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Go for it. Can the crowd help him one more time?
He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now they'll run it again with Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.